So we're going to be jumping into the weird and bizarre, but it's to be expected when we're talking about the BotBots line within the Transformer world. And this is brand new news, a full checklist and visual images of all of the characters for the Transformers BotBots Series 6 Goldrush Games. This comes courtesy of Hasbro's actual website and their support section, where they list the full checklist, and as a result, we get to see every single character that's going to be coming out in 2021. Now, what's crazy about this is some of the firsts that have ever been done in Transformers are going to be happening here, and some of the weirdest, to say the least. This is going to be a fun one. Let's put it this way. Now, some of these molds we've gotten in the past, so there's some stuff that's really just, more creative repaints from stuff we've literally had for 2 years now. And some of these are brand new molds that are quite interesting. So the first one we're going to start with is the Caffeine Collective. Nothing really new there that we're seeing. They're taking that donut mold and they're calling it a bagel. So it's Borgle. There's an espresso. There's, a laptop called Writer's Block. Nothing really too crazy there. We get into the next team, the Playplexers. The only thing that I really want to mention there is you have a pizza slice that's now called Pizzazz. That's the old pizza mold, now called Pizzazz. And what's cool about that, especially when it comes from the trademark standpoint, it's one of the first times now that we've had a BotBot that actually is using a previously existing trademark within Hasbro's archive. Pizzazz is a trademark that they've kept alive for a while now through licensing through Integrity Dolls and Integrity Toys. Pizzazz is a character from the Gem and the Holograms line. It was the green-haired main villainess of Gem and the Holograms. And so they're using the Pizzazz trademark and using it here with this pizza slice, and Hasbro's keeping that trademark alive. Maybe we'll have Gem and the Holograms or Pizzazz pop up in the future. Within Transformers, who knows? Assuming not within Transformers, within Hasbro, but who knows? The Pet Mob. This was the pet shop set that we were talking about. So a lot of new molds here. We got Gill the Sea Monster, which is pretty much a plastic goldfish that goes in the gold tank, and it's gonna be in the fish tank. We got Drizzle Fluff Tinkertail, which is it turns into a bunny. We got Muchivious, which turns into a doghouse. That turns into a dog. Very interesting stuff. Pretty cool. And even one of them which turns into an actual globe, like a globe of the world and stuff like that. Very cool. I like those. There's some brand new unique molds. And then we get into the Gifted Guild. Now, the Gifted Guild is primarily made of diamonds and stuff that's supposed to be fancy. So you have like a ruby, you have a diamond, you have a sapphire, you have one that's called Energon the Nevergone, which I guess turns into an Energon cube, so it's supposed to be like, ooh, it's rare. You have Emerald Ogre. And then in this whole set, you have the very first in Transformers history Transformer that officially turns into a pile of crap. No joke. We have the Dukes. And what they did was they took the Transformer pretzel BotBot and they painted it in a way that it looks like a steaming pile of poop. And man, oh man, I am surprised by this. And on top of that, according to this, he's going to be common, so he's going to be easy to get in the blind pack stuff. So that's great. So a first in Transformers history, we have our very first Transformer that turns into a pile of crap. Oh, amazing. Anyways, we move on. We have the party favors. So we have like Shake It to the Bone, and it's a Rattler party favor that turns into, looks like a little Mexican guy almost. It's kind of crazy what's going on here. And one that turns into a firework. Then we get into the Magic Tricksters. One turns into a skull. One turns into an eyeball. A lot of really brand new molds there, so that's pretty interesting. We got the Cardio Clinique. Again, more workout stuff. So you got the Way More Muscle, who turns into a blender. Again, so a lot of these are reusing old molds and stuff like that. Here's a new one, the Hobonichi Heats, excuse me. So you have the Immortal Meat, which is a meat that has gone bad. And then you have the Teriyaki, which turns into, I guess, a teriyaki piece of meat, which is a reuse of a mold. But here's an awesome one, brand new, and I'll get into it even more so where it relates to me. Mr. Rice Guy, which turns into a rice cooker. Many years ago, I did a review on a Transformer bootleg that turns into a giant rice cooker. It's still somewhere out there on YouTube. And now we have our very first official Transformer, Mr. Rice Guy, that turns into a rice cooker. That is crazy. In the frequent flyers, the only one that really stands out to me here is you have one called Nightshade. That trademark comes from another Hasbro thing going on, which is there was cops fighting crime in a future time. There was a character called Nightshade. Just a coincidence, probably, if anything else, but that is an old trademark that they had at one point. It turns into a pair of shades, so that's pretty cool to have a Transformer that turns into a pair of almost like Ray-Bans. And then you have Mr. Moneybanks that turns into a stack of money. That's pretty cool, that one. Kind of interesting, brand new. A lot of repaints here, too. At the end of the day, you have Ducky Splinters, which is now it's a wooden duck instead of a rubber ducky from the previous mold. Not really much here. That's kind of new. And the very last one here is the Toilet Troop. And you have Dumpy Downer, which turns into a toilet bowl. And his robot head comes out of the toilet bowl, and it's brown. So maybe that's our second Transformer already in this wave. That that turns into it has some kind of poop on it. Although actually there was a piece of soap in one of the previous waves that had a brown spot on it. So who knows what's going on with that. And then you have the Poop Resistance, which is I guess it's, I want to assume it's the what you put the toilet brush in when you're going to clean out the toilet. I don't know. This is all madness. It's so crazy. And then, of course, you have all the gold rares, like the Golden Grills, the Go-Go Gold, the Golden Slice, the Golden Traveler. It's all gold repaints of previous existing molds. This is nuts. Again, the poop one was almost the one that almost brought me to tears, going like, "Oh my God, I can't believe they did this." So I'm gonna provide in the comments of the YouTube video, and it'll be the pinned comment, the PDF file, because this is a PDF file found in Hasbro's customer service, and you could go through these yourself. It's a little checklist, so you could even print it out for yourself or keep it on your phone so you can know what exists. And let me know who you think is going to be the one that you're going to want the most. Obviously, for me, it's going to be the Dukes. Got to get my poop Transformer. But there's a lot of other crazy ones here, too. And even, it's, I don't know, that Energon Be Never Gone also kind of speaks to me. But we'll see. These are nuts. It's BotBots 2021, Series 6. Get ready for it. We're up to over 200 now of these. Isn't that crazy?